All right, so I'm hoping this thing's gonna be recording. So let's see how this thing goes. Okay, I hope it records everything. So this is based on whatever Qilong just taught us today. So I'm just gonna go through it really quickly so I do not forget everything. This is essentially what we're gonna do right here. So let's see. I don't think the screen is sharing properly actually. Hang on. Shit. How about this? Yeah. Okay, this is slightly better. You get to see what's going on. All right, so this is what Qilong taught, which is just not that many, but just to go through the basics and everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new one of which is a replica of this. Gonna turn off the visibility. So this is the visibility toggle. So I'm gonna recreate it here, and anything that I forgot, I'm just gonna jump back here and check it. So first thing we're gonna do is create a geometry node. Um, Geometry node basically is it's like a polygon or a polygon group. So you create polygons in this thing. It's essentially what I figured out from it. I could be completely wrong. So you come over here. The first thing that's in there, it comes for free, basically, is the shape. So I will delete that, hit tab again, and create a box. I'm going to drop the box. So this is the box over here. And can duplicate this box over here like this. So now I have two. In this geo1 of the obj folder. So what I can do from here is to run a let me go back and refer. Copy. Okay. So what we can do is a copy node. Um, the idea is you middle mouse click this, then you can see what it does. Input one primitives to copy and input two templates to copy two. So now if I click this and connect to this point, hit the blue, I'm viewing from this. I'm going to connect this to the second one. So the way the copy node works is that it takes box one and then puts it on the second object that you assign to this point based on the number of points on an object. So you can see here, a cube has four, so it put four cubes on all respective corners. If I clicked on this and changed this to points, it essentially, if I show you this, it's based on points. So you can increase the number of points you have, which thereby increases the number of duplicates. And when it duplicates on each of these points, which is very similar to the cloner tool in Cinema 4D, what you can do is you can change the size over here for each of these cubes. So I'm going to just change it to a size that I guess works out for me. So you can see it here. It's a grid, and that's done. So moving back, what do we want to do next? All right, so what we want to do is create that. We want to do an attribute scatter, and then the scatter node is to break it up. So, so the idea here is to show you the scatter node first. So here's the scatter node. Connect this to this, and if you take a look at the scatter, so the way scatter works is that it doesn't scatter. It's not a noise turbulence field. It actually adds more points based on the positions of the initial cubes. Then it adds a whole bunch of that. So what we want to do first is to scatter, to actually add turbulence to break up the uniformity of this, because you can see it's kind of working within the cubes of this, and then it does that. So you got to add an attribute sop or vot or whatever that is, attribute vot. So this is like the node editor in Maya and Cinema 4D for particles. Over here, we'll add an add command. So this is pure, like it's plus, right? And then we're going to add turbulence. Can't spell turbulence, turbulence noise. Put that in there. So position right now goes into input one. I'm going to charge my headphones. So In the AND node, it's basically whatever this value is plus this, right? So now if all the points are at 0, 0, 0, we're going to run all the positions into the position of the turbulence. So now it adds a random like positioning to it. And we take that output back into this. So now it's input 1 plus 2. So if let's say it's 1 and 1, so it goes to 2, right? Then you take that output and go to the final position. So you've officially connected the entire VOP with turbulence noise. So now you can see that it's randomized, and then we scattered it. So the scatter happens by scattering within the cube itself. So if I clicked on the middle of this and scaled up the uniform scale of this, you can see that I kind of break up the positioning of that scatter and the way it scatters it, because it looks a little bit more natural. From here, I think what we did was that we added a cube to this. So to do that, I can do a copy node again, I believe. I hope I'm right. Fit that into that and cubes into this. So now if you look at this, we essentially took and randomized and got a whole bunch of points, and then we took the cube and then copied it onto each of those points again, the same cube. So how do we fix that is we add a transform node, put that here, and the transform node basically controls the scale of this so that I can control the scale separately. So 0. Oh, fuck, I clicked on something wrong. 0 0.1, 0 0.1, 0 0.1. So now I have a whole bunch of that, and I can essentially control this. I think if you middle mouse drag, yeah, you can control this separately without punching in the way I've been doing it. There we go. So how do we randomize this, right? I probably forgot, but you go to stamp, you name this variable. So let's say scale random is the name of this variable. The command, on the other hand, is something that I will probably always forget. Ran open bracket command pt sorry, close cache whatever, close. That's it. So based on that, and you got to click on this stamp inputs because we forgot that today and that was not funny. Now if we go back to this and in the scale uniform, we type stamp. Wait, I forgot. Let me see. Scale random. Stamp. Oh, it's here. Okay. Stamp. Okay. So, forgetting the basics already. All right. So the way it works is that you have to put the word fit, open brackets, randomize, point, like money dollar point. And then this is the 2-bit that you always have to do. It's comma 0 to 1, which is the scale of 0 to 1. It's kind of like the total values, right? And then after that, for 0, we want it to be 0 0.02. And for 1, we want it to be maximum of 0 0.1. So this kind of adds that, and that command is all in scale random. So now what we have to do is go back here and we put stamp I think it's, fuck, I can't really remember that. Let me check my cheat sheet. So the way this works is stamp, open bracket, inverted commas, dot dot one slash copy two. So the way that works is it means look outside of copy two. So this transform was inside it, go look outside it, and then in this case it is going to be scale random. So scale random, and then 0, 1, comma 0, 1. So this is the default scale. So if I do that, Let's hope that works. Don't isolate that. And then think, okay. And then now scale random.